You guys remember Tokyo Mirage Sessions? You remember how the game launched on a dead console, the WiiU? As few people as got the WiiU, this game never had a chance. It sold well below expectations, and even by the standards back then, it was viewed as a failure. Even worse here in the West when they decided to completely butcher the game. So when I heard they were releasing the game again for the Switch, I was pretty happy. Like, oh, thank God, you're going to give that game a second chance? Now you're going to give it the chance it deserves? You're going to decensor it? No. This is Atlas. They're too damn stupid to do that. Hell no. Yeah, they re-released the game on the Switch, but not only was the Western version still censored, but they censored the Japanese version too, to be in line with the Western version. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore sold 5,000 less copies than the WiiU original on Japanese launches. It sold so poorly on the Switch, which, by the way, is a very successful console, that it sold even less than it did on the dead console known as the WiiU. And I'm willing to bet money that these idiots are still not going to learn their lesson. You know what lesson they're going to take away from this? Well, I guess nobody wants these idle games anymore. They're not even going to be able to put 2 and 2 together and figure out that the reason this flopped is because of censorship. This is something they should know, funny enough. Because as soon as it was announced that the Japanese version of the game would be censored, a whole shitload of people were canceling their pre-orders. It should have been fucking obvious that the censorship is the reason the game failed. But these people are idiots. They're not going to be able to figure it out. So let's point and laugh at the morons. So first we got an update on this article. So the game sales account for physical, not digital. Keep you updated as we learn more. But it's comparing physical Wii U sales to physical Switch sales. If physical Switch sales are already 5,000 units behind the physical Wii U sales, this is a fucking disaster. And it was considered a disaster back then. We are hearing reports that Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore has sold around 5,000 copies less during its launch week compared to its Wii U original. Firstly, we must clarify that launch week for both games, the sales figures from Famitsu via Persona Central, are based on sales from January 13th through the 19th. The game was released on the 17th, therefore launch week was only 3 days. However, according to the Game Data Library, Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Wii U had a launch week of only 2 days. The launch week lasting from December 21st to 27th. The game launched on the 26th, right after Christmas at that. The sales figures for launch week for both games are identical on both the Game Data Library and Persona Central. So, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Encore reportedly sold 18,797 copies during its launch week of 3 days, while the first game sold 23,806 during its launch week of 2 days. Wow, I'm surprised that there was still that many suckers out there. Was there really almost 20,000 suckers out there? I could believe it. Yeah, the 5,006 copy difference, even with the additional day, is condemning, even when even the original's launch week sales were deemed poor. One reason for the poor sales are likely the game's censorship. In case you missed our earlier reports, the trailer for the game rose concerns that the censorship that plagued the original Western version would return, and possibly even in the Japanese version. And that's exactly what ended up happening. While the official Japanese website showed what appeared to be images from the uncensored version and confirming the English language support in the Japanese version, it later updated to show the censored version. And then they updated their website as well. So the website updated once more, adding the disclaimer, this work is a universal specification that removes elements. See, they had a typo here. They said the censored version adds new elements based on the Western version. Censorship removes, it doesn't add. I mean, yeah, technically you could say you're adding clothing to some character models, but that's removing what was supposed to be there in the first fucking place. So they tried to lie, but at least they said that it's going to be the censored Western version that was released on the Wii U. This disclaimer came after pre-orders began in Japan. Nintendo then apologized to Japanese customers and allowed 4 refunds for those who wish to cancel their pre-orders. It's now out globally on Nintendo Switch. Probably nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, it is out globally now, but nobody cares. No one's talking. You know what else is dying in obscurity? Yeah, what else launched that at least people like me especially would have had a lot of fanfare for if this was in the past? But nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. Let me know. Yeah, this right here. If this isn't a textbook example of get woke, go broke, I don't know what is. I don't know how much more we're going to have to do to get these idiots to see that they are screwing up. But you know what? I don't care anymore. As I keep saying, as I keep beating that dead horse, as I am making the transition from consumer to creator, I'm glad my competition is this stupid. When I get into the gaming sphere, I look forward to taking full advantage of this idiocy. And there we go. In case some of you aren't aware yet, we actually have launched the Blade Devil merch shop. Link in the description box. So if you've ever wanted to support the channel but actually wanted something physical in return, we got the shop for you now. Lots of good stuff up in here. So if you would like any of those, or just in general want to support the channel, want to support original content, original products, like Diversity in Comics always used to say, then this is probably the best way to do it. So check it out. We're going to be adding new items on a monthly basis, at least in the near future. So check back often, and independent projects like the ones we're working on are only possible thanks to you guys. So appreciate all of your support.